Hi friends, I'm Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the finally fall book tag, or as I want to call it, the finally autumn book tag, because I am British and we don't use the word fall here. So autumn is the season that we're in. So in autumn, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. The book I would like to talk about is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. So this is a Russian inspired, it sort of feels like a fairy tale, folk tale. It's very autumnal and wintry, and you're set in a rural, medieval Russia, and you're following a young girl called Vasya. In the village that she's in, the old gods are still prevalent and they're there, and she talks to them and they help out around the house and look after the heating and everything. And then there's the rise of the church, which is just killing off the old gods, and it's just so atmospheric and the writing is beautiful, and it just transports you to the medieval Russian setting and the forest and all of the little, I don't know if they're god helpers, but the house spirits. Yeah, and the whole series is just magical, and for me it got better and better as the books went on, and as Vasya got older, because in this one she's goes from being, it follows her life. Question 2. Nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with heavy topics like loss or grief. So I thought I would talk about a book that I have just read this month and have fallen completely and utterly in love with, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And this book has completely taken my heart and soul. I absolutely loved it. And you're following a girl, Addie, and she's from the 1700s France, and she makes a deal with the devil to live forever, but the catch of the deal that she doesn't realise is that she is forgotten by everybody that she meets. So as soon as she is out of sight, she is forgotten, and as though she was never there. And the writing in this is stunning. It is so lyrical and beautiful, and the amount of, I didn't tab it, but the amount of sentences that just spoke to me, it was, I didn't realise that the Victoria Schwab could write like this. It was stunning, but the themes, it does have some very, well, not necessarily dark themes, but it deals with identity and who you are as a person, and the consequences of never being remembered and never being able to form attachments with people. And the last 30 pages, I was just bawling my eyes out. It really spoke to me. Fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. So earlier this year, I don't really read that much non-fiction, but earlier this year I read Invisible Women by Caroline Criado Perez, and this deals with the gender bias that is in this world, and that everything is made for men, and as women we just deal with it. So it was really interesting. Everything is made for men, from car seats and seatbelts. They never tested them on women. They just stuck a smaller dummy into the seats and just expected that to work. Just put it a bit smaller. Just forget that women have a different body shape. And PPE is all designed for men. All of it is designed for men. So you have women in the police force that end up with health problems because the PPE doesn't fit them properly. I don't know how it affects everyone across the board, but it was so interesting to learn about how the world is designed for men, and how unconsciously so many aspects of our life are designed for men. I can't remember all of the facts and details, but it was a very enlightening read, and I don't know how men would react to reading it, but as a female I found it very interesting and engaging, and she narrates it herself. I listened to it on audiobook. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be part of. So I would like to talk about like all of the characters in Malice. I read the whole series this year and I did not want to say goodbye to these characters. Like, I just love them all so much. Like Corbin and Cywin, their brother and sister, and like I want to be friends with them. I want to be friends with all of these people. And although for a lot of the plot they are separated, everyone comes together at the end of the book, and I want to continue living in their lives and be one of their friends. Like, they were so real, these characters. They felt like they could exist. I don't know how John Gwynne did it, but like, I love, well, there are some characters that I really hate in this book. Like, they are horrible, horrible people. But of all of the, like, the good guys, I want to be all of their friends. The colourful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of full coloured spines. So here's some spines that I prepared a couple of minutes ago. And I mostly picked red books, but like, yeah, there's some spines. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. So I had to have a little bit of a think about this. I don't know why, just nothing came to mind. So I finally settled on The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and this follows... I'm sorry. No. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. God, those titles are so similar. And by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And this follows Evelyn Hugo as she is telling her life story to an interviewer, and she is a famous actress and star. And it feels as though she's a real person. Like, you feel as though you could look her up and she would be a real actress. But she isn't, and it's a very interesting story, and she's telling her life, and she realises that she's not, well, you realise as she's telling it that everyone views her as this star, as this amazing person, and she's like, well, I'm not the best person ever, I'm just human and I make mistakes. And I don't think I loved the book as much as a lot of BookTube. I enjoyed it, but for me it was a bit overhyped, but I can see why everyone really loves it. The nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. So I'm not the massive, I'm not a massive reader of horror and dark, creepy stories. So I've picked Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This follows Alex Stern at Yale University, and it's all very gothic with dark academia vibes, and the initial plot isn't like that dark, but there are some very dark themes that are explored in this book, and it's definitely very adult in some of the topics that it brings up. So there's been a murder, and you're trying to figure out, well, Alex is trying to figure out like what's going on and how this has happened, and it's in two timelines. So you have one moment when she's just started at Yale and the time now where the murder's happened, and there's also one of the main characters is missing, and at some points as well you get flashbacks to her past and her growing up. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. So I would like to talk about The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, and you can literally read this within an hour. It's so quick and easy, and the majority of it is pictures, and there isn't like much of a story, and it's suitable for all ages, so from a young child all the way through to your adulthood, and it's just the cutest little book ever. And you're following this boy as he comes across these animals and he makes friends with them, and each page has got this beautiful image on it, and then a small line of text. All of the text is just important messages that we need to know as people. Like, we all need to be loved, and it just speaks to who we are and how we should interact with people and how we should feel, and well, not how we should feel, but like it gives messages to us on saying that we are all human, we are all okay, we're all perfect as we are, and we should be loved for who we are. I will try and like put different images up on the screen of some of the images in the book. I don't have it because it's my sister's, but I read it at Christmas, and if you want something, if you want like some positive affirmations, read this book. If you want to be happy, read this book. And you will be able to do it in a few minutes. It won't take you long. You'll just be able to fit it in like so quickly and easily, and it will just make you happy. Autumn returns every year. Name an old favourite that you'd like to return to soon. I will be returning to Mistborn this month by Brandon Sanderson. I read this 4 or 5 years ago now, and we're doing a buddy read for this as part of the Shelf Space Book Club. Quite a few people were saying that they had never read this, and I was like, well, I have read it, but it's been so long ago that I would absolutely love to reread the series, as so much of it I've forgotten. So I gave this 5 stars when I originally read it, and I seriously hope that it will still give me the 5-star feeling. I'm slightly nervous about it. Fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favourite cozy reading accessories. So I've been reading quite a lot on my sofa currently, and I have this lovely blue, really cozy blanket, which is an absolute staple in my life, and it's just super cozy. And I also have my go away I'm reading cushion, which is just perfect. So those are, I guess, the 2 things that I've been loving for reading lately. Right, spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. So I would like to tag Alan from the Library of Alexandria, Jessie from The Bookish Mum, and Mare from Mare Reads. I hope you will do this tag and have fun with it. It's quite fun and quick and easy. And so thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye!